Good morning, everybody. It's Brandon Doherty, Delaware Weather Guy, bringing you your Super Saturday weather report. There's almost too much to start talking about, but I'm going to begin with today as it is absolutely brutally cold. I mean, this is not like, go outside and 30-degree cold and you're like, yeah, it's cold, but, this is heavy duty. This is Alberta Plains type of stuff, although it's coming from Eastern Ontario. Um, you can see the wind directions and the actual feels. So right now it's about 4 degrees with winds coming from the northwest between 9 and 16. Um, when the sun comes up at 9 o'clock, it's going to feel like it is 7. 13 at noon, 14 at 3, 13 at 6, and then progressively back downward. And it's about 8 degrees feel tonight by early Sunday morning. And I know what you're saying. Why can't the storm come in now? We actually was hoping for a little bit more acceleration, but this thing is pretty much locked in and scheduled. I don't even know where to begin. Okay, this is NOAA forecast. You can see winter storm warnings have been posted for areas north and west of 95 and west of Harrisburg, down through the Baltimore, Washington area. Um, it's kind of interesting that it's close to Baltimore. DC is the district is because you know how they are in even an inch of snow. So they're under a winter storm warning for various things. But and then our area is under hazardous weather watch, and then we have flood warnings going up here on the coastal plain. Um, I'm going to assume that later wind warnings are going to be going up. Gale wind warnings are going to be going up along the coast. Flood warnings, probably flood watches are going to go up for the whole state of Delaware soon. Freeze warning along the Long Island, New York, for splashing freeze as the coast is going to take a pounding. And where else do we go? Okay, expected snowfall with this system. Now, interestingly enough, I think there's been an increase in the possible colder solution that this thing may come in a little bit perhaps earlier because it is kind of speeding up. So this is kind of bump up, believe it or not, by uh, the NOAA, and this is right where I um, forecasted last night when I put out my map. So it's interesting that they've like it started out with a 44% chance. Now it's bumped up to 1 and 2. So I wonder if this thing comes in a little quicker, that we don't get a little bit more, especially up here in Newcastle County, and before it changes over to rain. It will change over to rain. Just it's interesting to see these numbers go up from what they were yesterday when it was like, yeah, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to do anything substantial. But this is interesting. This tells me that the storm is moving in much faster, and that's good because then it gets out of here faster. So that's good. So you can see here a quick change over to rain likely in those box areas during the evening from southeast to northwest. Confidence in snow totals is lower to the southeast of the Lehigh Valley, where timing precipitation type changes remain challenging. No, don't tell me that meteorology is a challenging science. Okay, so we're in an elevated situation mostly in the Poconos, Lehigh Valley, northwest New Jersey. Mixed precipitation along the 95 is limited, and that's a bump up from yesterday from none. So I'm interested to see if that's bumped up to elevated as well. It could be, although it's their determination. Uh, Coastal flood and high tides. We're in a full moon this weekend. Moderate flooding possible on the northern New Jersey coast, Delaware coast. And these are just the event warnings, which I won't bore you with right now. I know this is a little bit out of our coverage area, but if you have family, and I know some of you do because you've been posting, ice storm warning in South Carolina areas. These are the counties: uh, Lancaster, Southern Lancaster, Churall, Pageland, Newberry, Winboro, Lancaster, Indian Land, Logo, Camden, Winsboro Mills, Lancaster Mill. All these northern areas of South Carolina for um, half an inch. Well, it looks like they've downed it a little bit, a quarter inch to a half inch of ice, which is still, on top of snow and sleet, which is significant. So tell them to stay in the house and not to go outside. This is later. This is pretty much from Sunday morning to Monday morning. So tell them to start getting out the games and playing, uh, watching Netflix, and all that fun stuff. So just give them a call and let them know. Delaware weather guy said, stay inside. He doesn't want to hear anything nasty. Okay, so there's almost too much, and I'm going to put out little remind updates as the events warrant. And if there's anything significant, I would be the first one back to us. But today, the main story today is the buckling cold, and you can see the real feel temperatures out. 4, 7, 13. And with the northwest winds, it's just going to feel unbelievable. So that's it for me, Brandon Doherty, the weather guy, wishing you a great Saturday, and I will return. Adios.